Hello, Julia or strength and conditioning class, whoever sees this, whether she shows this video or she just watches it and then teaches it. I figured it would be easier just to show the exercises that I'd like for you to do on Thursday, October the 10th, the day that I'm going to be gone traveling to Pittsburgh. The workout, I would like for you to maybe try and get through it 2 times. It's going to be 5 minutes long, so maybe if we could do the warm-up first, and then we'll have 2 5-minute workout sessions where we work 40 seconds on and 20 seconds off. So I'll run a timer. So if you just had a phone or something, you could just set up your phone to just run like a stopwatch, and then you would work for 40 seconds. Then we'll take a 20-second break, and then we will switch exercises. Warm-up wise, you could probably just go stationary, and we could just go. What I usually have them do is move up and down in the grass area. So we just move up and down through the grass. Maybe I'll put like either a cone if there's cones there, or you could take one ball and then make like I don't know, it's probably maybe, 20 yards, 15 yards, where we just move up and down. And the exercises that we do, we just extend the arms out to the side, and we could just bring the knees up. So we could do this in place. So you could just do this for 20 seconds. Or you could just move up and down and then have them go down, moving like this, and then bringing it back, moving like this. And then the second exercise is we take the knee back and then the heel up. So we're just kind of getting a little kick. So they should be familiar with with these movements. And then we go and turn sideways, and we move kind of monkey arms, and we go here. So if you have them in place, they could just step one side and then back to the other. Just nice and controlled. It could be very simple, just going one side to the other. And then we do Frankenstein kicks, where we just kind of kick across. So that could be stationary, where you're just kicking your foot towards your opposite hand, or it could be moving up and down. So whichever way you want to teach it is perfectly fine. They're used to probably moving more with this. That can be the warm-up. That's probably going to take maybe 2-3 minutes max. And then we could get into, it might take a little bit longer to get everybody. It takes me longer, but you might have a little bit more control over the children. So this is going to be, this sequence is going to be 5 minutes total worth of work. So we have 5 exercises. We're going to work for 40 seconds. We'll take a 20-second break, and we will switch exercises. Then maybe you give them a break for water, and then you could probably do the class. You could probably do this rotation. Maybe you get through it 3 times with the warm-up, and what I would maybe have them do is do the whole 5 exercises, then maybe run 1 lap, and then maybe take a little break, get some water, and then repeat that process maybe 2 times or possibly 3 if you have time. You want to keep them moving for 30 minutes, then you probably want to try and get through this 3 times, just depending on how efficient you are in getting them moving. But I'm not the best at getting their attention and getting them to do exactly what I want, so it usually takes me a few minutes longer, and then they usually get into it. But the exercises that we're going to do is I'm going to run this clock, so I'm just going to set this for 5 minutes. I don't know if I'll use it the whole time, but the first exercise is we're just going to march in place. We're just going to march, so it could be here, right? We're just bringing kind of high knees, just getting them going. So 40 seconds of this will kind of get the heart rate up, nothing too crazy. We're going to march in place. If they're bored, you could have them turn every 15 seconds, or turn, or just getting the knees going. So really simple. I'm going to try and keep all these pretty simple. And then after, so that is 3, 2, 1. So that's like 40 seconds right there. So 40 seconds worth of marching. So maybe you just march with me. Then we breathe and we relax. Try not to touch anybody else. Keep your hands to yourself for 20 seconds of recovery time. So we're breathing, maybe deepening inhales, extending the exhales, just nice and controlled through that. And then we'll go into the next exercise that we'll do. Will be a star jump or a jumping jack. So we're just going to go hands above the head, feet out wide, and then everything comes back together. 1. And we're working for 40 seconds. Breathing, just nice and controlled. Hands wide, feet wide. Everything comes together. So I like to call these star jumps more than jumping jacks, but however you know them, it's the same exercise. And we're moving for 40. Whew. 20-second recovery time. After the 20-second recovery time, then we're going to go right into a squat in place. So we're just going to go body weight squats. I like to teach body weight squats with the hips going back and the hands going back. So hips back, hands back, and then we just stand up from there. 1, 2, 3. Breathing. So we're teaching, if we are talking breath, we're inhaling on the way down, exhaling on the way up. And these can be slow and controlled. It shouldn't be a race. And they're looking to get their hips kind of to 90 degrees and then back up. I know a lot of their mobility is much better than mine. So they could probably sit a little bit lower, but that's not really the goal. The goal here is probably about 90 degrees, maybe slightly below, and then driving the hips forward. All right, so that's 40 seconds of that. So then we go into running in place. So we're just gonna go kind of just running in place, just fast. Just high knees, picking the feet up for 40. Same thing, if they're bored, you could have them turn, 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 maybe every 15 seconds, or you just keep their attention by moving them that way. And then, so 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, and then the last one would be climb the rope. So like they're climbing a rope, we're gonna reach and pull, and we're gonna march with the legs. Big reach, big pull, get a little bit of back activation, have them move 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, where we're just climbing a rope. So they climb a rope all the time, ropes out there. So just, just teach them or talk to them about how they can get stronger in these exercises, doing them. So then take a little break, maybe have them one run lap after they do the 5 exercises, come back, get a drink, and then we're going to repeat it 1 to 2 more times. And that should give them, get their heart rate up, get them moving. But let me know how it goes, and I'll see you next Thursday.